And there we have our Mandarin Orange Tiramisu. Just look at that. That is fantastic. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are doing one of my recipes, and it is a special recipe. We're making Mandarin Orange Tiramisu. Now it's a citrus twist on the classic tiramisu recipes that you see everywhere. Everybody makes the same thing. We make something different, and this is a special recipe today for Henrietta and Mr. G. If you have orange liqueur, you don't have to do this next step. I don't have orange liqueur like Cointreau or anything like that. We will make it very simple, easy to make, and you leave it overnight, 24 hours, and then you carry on. Right, I've already made one, but we're going to make one and put it to one side. I forgot to film the first time round. Right, okay, it's very simple. Pan on, half a cup of regular sugar. It's all half cups, it's simple. Half a cup of water. Now we are basically making a syrup. Flame on, and all we're doing is dissolving. We want a syrup, and then this has to cool whilst we carry on with the next step. Now it is a very straightforward recipe. We're using vodka and we're using brandy. You can make this whole recipe with vodka. However, if you add brandy, it gives it another level for your liqueur. And what we will do, we'll add probably half a teaspoon of vanilla for another depth of flavour, because we are going to use this liqueur actually in cakes and bakes. Okay, that's good enough for me. Look, all the sugar's dissolved. We put that to one side to cool down. Right, there are a couple of ways to do this, and I'm going to show you my preferred way because I think you get the best out of it. You can actually peel the mandarin skins off and you can put them in a jar, and then we're going to shove all the alcohol and the syrup in there, shake it around, leave it 24 hours. If you leave it a week, you've got a fantastic orange liqueur. What we're going to do to speed this up, we are going to zest the orange and put the zest in there. Now the only drawback with that is you have to sieve it in a week's time if you want to keep it a week. Now for me, making a tiramisu or anything like that, I don't even sieve it. The bits of orange in there are fantastic, you know, but that's your choice. So what we're going to do, we're going to take the oranges and we're just going to zest away. We want the zest and not the pith. Now I've shown you many times on this channel, you don't zest upside down with the zester, you zest over the top like that, and you can see exactly what you're taking off. No pith. It's just a real kitchen way of zesting. All that is 100% orange zest. So there we are, oranges in a bag, perfectly zested. We'll have them later. We take our jar and we put our orange zest in there. And then we want about half a cup of brandy, half a cup of vodka in there. That's our vodka. Want about half a teaspoon of vanilla. So that is pure alcohol with orange zesting and a bit of vanilla. Add our syrup to there. Give it a little mix round. It's a fantastic orange liqueur already made. So all you do with this now, you put it in a cupboard, a dark place, and you give it a little shake, and every time you go past the dark place you give it a shake. Okay, remember our oranges? We want some orange juice. We want about a cup of orange juice, so we need to squeeze these. So it's just a straightforward orange squeezy. Okay, that I think is about a cup of orange. So we want about a tablespoon of our orange zest, thereabouts. That's about enough there, look. Right, next stage of this then, we're going to make a bit of a juice to go in here. We've got in there with some sugar. Now this is a very quick recipe. We're not cooking eggs, we're not doing anything like that. Our sugar, get a flame on, in there with our orange juice. We try to dissolve the sugar in here, which will not take very long to dissolve. In there with our orange zest. We would normally add water, a little bit of water, but I'm going to add some juice from the can of mandarins. So I'll add about that much. Now it doesn't take very long to actually dissolve the sugar. Want a flame off, and that has to cool down completely. Right, we've got some mascarpone cheese in here, all the way from New Zealand, fantastic quality. And this is powdered sugar, and we're going to go in with a little bit, probably about a teaspoon of vanilla. And we want to blend that nice and gently in there. It's going to go everywhere. Now depending on the quality of your mascarpone, and this is absolutely superb, it doesn't have to be beaten and beaten and beaten to go smooth. It's already smooth. Right, we have to mix up some whipping cream and add it to this. Okay, we want about a cup of heavy cream or whipping cream. It's about a cup there, look. Well, that's a good guess. And we're going to beat that stiff peaks, mix it in with our mascarpone mix. So nice and gently. Now you can do it any which way you want, you know, you can just fold it all in. But you know, we need to mix that in there. So we're going to get that in there with that. And we are in. So just fold the rest of that cream in there. Oh, that looks absolutely exceptional. Now that is our syrup that we've just made. This is our liqueur we made yesterday. We want 1/4 of a cup in there. I'm going to go a little bit more actually. We're eating it. Let's taste it. Nice little mix in. I'm just going to move this to in front of me so you'll see it on that one. And this is our 8 by 8 inches tray. That's our lady's fingers in there, packet of store-bought, we're not making them. And what we're going to do is dip the lady's fingers 2 seconds in there, put into our tray at the back here. So it's in, and that's enough. Now you can put it up any which way you want, it does not matter. Now we do not want to be going any more than 2 seconds aside in there. So I'll go 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And that will be enough. 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And that is really going to give us enough on there. Now what we're going to do is side by side. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So we're going to come down there, look. This is why an 8x8, it fits perfectly. Now we don't want to make the base too soggy, but you know, you could take a little bit and just get some of that zest out of there with that flavour. Don't do too much, we don't want a soggy base. Now we want some cream in there. So in we go. So get one of your little smoothie tooly things and let's have that in there. If you don't have one, use a spoon. What a nice layer in there. So it's really not hard, this. You know, surprise your loved ones by knocking out a great, great dessert. I mean, this really is fantastic. This is why we're using tinned mandarin oranges. Look for the damaged ones. Put the damaged ones in first. We want a little bit of orange going on in there. Get rid of the rubbish on the inside. That is going to give a really, really delicious flavour inside. Okay, carry on. On there. Just try and take some of that zest, not too much juice, just get some zest in there, it's more flavour. Obviously we've got our liqueur in here as well. Now we're not attempting to make these soggy, so don't put too much on. What we're trying to do is just put that little bit of zest in there, we're using all our flavour. Cream. More cream on there. Bring it all the way up to the edge. Okay, now that's as flat as I'm going to get it today. I've got old hands now. I can't get it any flatter than that. So we've got our zest in there, look. But we'll have a couple of little bits of that on there. So that's it. That's got to be refrigerated now for at least 4 hours. If you can refrigerate it overnight, fantastic. Right, it's been about 4 hours. Our tiramisu wants a little dusting of cocoa over the top. That's more the traditional. Now I don't like a lot of cocoa, I can tell you, so we might just dust lightly. Right, all we need to do now is get in and cut it. And I think we are going to come down there. Okay, and we just want a couple of oranges on the top of there. And there we have our Mandarin Orange Tiramisu. Just look at that. That is fantastic. All we got to do now Just get dug in. Oh, look at that. Mandarin Tiramisu made. What does it taste like? Come on. That is absolutely incredible. Wow. Not overpowering with the liqueur. We should have had more. That is sensational. Oh, wow. Now this is for Henrietta and Mr. G. Happy anniversary. 53 years married. Mr. G has just had a kidney transplant. Henrietta, all I can say is I absolutely love your comments on the channel. I hope you stick around. This one's for you. I wish I could give you it. So everybody else, if you like what we're doing, don't forget a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.